What you got going on in Santo Domingo? Talk to us. Okay, I'm gonna ask you again because my Bible says it's not good to lie. It's not good to lie.
No,
So
I'm not.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. How much are you paying for rent?
$440.
Oh my word. Hold on. Let's look at these numbers.
I haven't been in this situation before, so I don't know if anyone else have. I have the 5 bedrooms. I had 3 Airbnbs and 2 tenants. Now
Girl,
I no longer have.
rolling. You
Yeah,
rolling.
so-
I haven't heard from you in a while. You rolling now.
Well, I've been listening. but I had some plans.
Come on now.
Yeah, so
Right,
the
come
2
on.
tenants are leaving, so I'm setting up. I'm going up this weekend to set up the other 2 rooms to get them, going with Airbnb. I'm moving to the Dominican Republic this month, and
What?
I'm heading out there to do Airbnb as well. It's pretty big down there. I already have people down there looking at places for me, so I can start renting. I wanted to know if anyone else is doing anything outside of the country as far as Airbnb is concerned. If any advice, things to look at, if we should still do. Well, I know you say it's best for us to do the rooms versus the whole house. So I wanted to know that, the same formula applies. It doesn't matter where, always go by room versus home.
Yeah, but as far as the different formats and do you do the rooms and that, from my perspective, like I've had students that are in Aruba, for instance, and same thing, like they didn't but they're from Aruba, and they didn't change the format, and their places are still always booked. Right,
Okay,
it
so
still works.
Okay.
Right, so they're still doing the same thing as far as the business travelers. Now, the thing that's a little different though, you might have business travelers, but you might have maybe a higher percentage than normal of people that are there on vacation. Right, but I mean, just because we do business travelers, we don't turn away vacationers or tourists. We still get a good amount of revenue from that as well, but we're not dependent on them. Right. So with that, I guess I would just say, I mean, to answer that question, I still go with that format regardless. BINDU, what you got going on in Santo Domingo? Talk to us. Where you at, BINDU?
Hi. I was muted. Hey.
Let's talk about some numbers.
I definitely want to say send a shout out to Doris. She put me in with the person that she used in the past, and he definitely got me in. And they're actually already offering me another apartment. So I'm excited.
All right, BINDU, we're gonna talk about this because you listen. This is exciting. This is really exciting because where you at, BINDU?
I'm in Santiago right now, but I bought the apartment that I got. It's like in Puerto Plata. It's like 5 minutes away from the beach.
So you moved already?
Yeah, I moved already since December.
When did you? Where were you at in the States here?
North Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina.
You're in Georgia, North Carolina, and how many kids?
3.
3 kids, single mom, 3 kids. And hold up. You were in what, insurance for how many years?
12 years.
12 years.
12 years. Pharmacy, 10 years.
Full time. And you left your job when?
In December.
In December. You got your and we're gonna talk about your story. I love the story. So let's talk about your numbers out in Santo Domingo.
Yes, the place I found, it's like 400 and
Nope. What I want to know first, hold on. I want to know how much are you planning, how many bedrooms?
It's a 2 bedrooms, but the living room is large, so I'm putting a pull-out bed so I can make that into like an extra area for sleep.
what do you plan to get per night for the property, for the place?
150.
150 times 30 nights is $4,500 for the month. We're gonna knock that down to 85% occupancy. That's $3,825. How much are you paying in rent?
$440.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you again because my Bible says it's not good to lie. It's not good to lie.
No,
So
I'm not.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. How much are you paying for rent?
$440.
Oh my word. Hold on. Let's look at these numbers. $440. We're gonna subtract $440, and that means you're gonna be keeping $3,385 a month in your pocket. We're gonna multiply that times 12. That's $40,600 that you're gonna be making for the year.
Wow.
This is your second place, right? Because I know you didn't you got a place.
I have my home. No, I have my house in North Carolina. Doris and I put together, and we got a place in Chicago. And then this is my third place. I guess I don't know if I could say third place, but in Santo Domingo, and they're already offering me another floor.
So hold on. I don't know how you were able to leave your job so fast, BINDU, because I think like this 40,000, your first one that you have at your house, I think your job was paying you like 3 or 4 times this much, wasn't it?
No, I'm making more in Airbnb than I was working.
Was that with your first place or your first?
Yes, first place.
Your first place.
Yeah.
So your first place, you went over your income, your revenue that you're bringing home, your W-2
Yes.
check that when you're punching a clock, and you said 3 kids.
Yes.
3 kids, and now let's just talk about that just for a minute, because you're already telling us a little bit, and I'm sure everyone's gonna have questions about how you got this, but tell us a little bit more about like what this was about for you, why you decided to do this, and what and what that vision was that God's given you for your life and your family. Talk to us.
Again, 3 kids, single mom, working hard and not making. It's like every year, like, okay, this is it. Like, this is really it. This can't be. And I was like, I swore by the time I turned 40, I would stop working. That was my dream and that was my goal. And I wanted to do better for myself, for my kids. And I just don't want my kids to go through what I went through. So I had a goal and I met you. You guided me. It was like, ching, ching, this is it. So, yeah.
Praise God. But you met me, and then you started with your place in North Carolina, but then it wasn't, remember how I said earlier to all of you that it takes a village, right? So what also happened was you also met your new sister, your accelerator sister, Doris.
Yes.
The academy, and then you guys created an alliance and got to know each other and did some things. Sounds like out in Chicago, right?
Yes.
And then she also turned you on to one of her connects out in the Dominican Republic, because she was doing some things out there too, right? She didn't hold back, did she?
No, she did not.
Yeah. And now look. She could have kept that $40,000 for herself. What did she do? She gave it to you.
Yep.
Because there's more than enough to go around, I tell y'all.
Yep.
What God has for you is for you, and can't no one take it from you. So we share because we understand that, but we also know that there's more than enough to go around.
Yep.
Right? That's what it's about. That's what this is about. So, Doris, God bless you. BINDU, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Great job. Wonderful. I remember you said a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, you said, I stumbled across one of my old paychecks and I got
Yes.
mad.
I did. I was so upset. I was like, for so many years, this is all I was making. It was crazy, but yeah, I pinch and save and I used credit. I did the right thing, and I was able to do what you know, made it easy for me. Like you said, start from in the backyard, and that's what I did. I started in my backyard. Yep.
I have a question. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
I wanted to know, with you doing that out there in that country, were you able to use the platform as far as the lease and the addendum with those people there?
Yes, ma'am.
You were able to with no problems?
Nope, not at all.
Okay, praise God. Thank you.
And it was even easier. Like here, all I needed to show is my passport and give them their money.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
BINDU, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's wonderful. And by the way, that lease that she's talking about, you know, when we talk about the leases, like that's a lease that I've been using for so many years. And, you know, as you all know, I've done hundreds and hundreds of real estate transactions over the years. At one point, I used to have attorneys on my staff because I was buying so much stuff that it was like, well, why do I keep paying for these attorneys? Why don't I just hire one? So I had attorneys, I had an attorney, I had paralegals on my staff. And then we just created, I had them creating these documents because I was buying stuff all over the country, different parts of the world. So I'm using this stuff and we just developed it over time so that they are generic enough that they can be used, you know, wherever we need to use them. It still covers us, right? So as long as, you know, others are comfortable, but yeah, that's what this is about too. So great job. BINDU, thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Wonderful.